saw this article on what you call it, I think it's NPR. Was it yeah, NPR news, and it has to do with the homeless and mental state of the homeless. I read an article some time ago how the hospitals or the psych wards are overwhelmed to the point where they're just putting homeless people on the streets. This is why when you see a lot of people with spirits on them, people just walking around naked, taking off their clothes, laying in the streets. A lot of these people have psychological issues. A lot of them are schizophrenic. A lot of them are bipolar. The system just puts them right back out in the street. The same streets or society that made them crazy in the first place, that put spirits on them in the first place. I've noticed, but this is a very interesting article, and story says, when homelessness and mental illness overlap, is forced treatment compassionate? Yeah, that's a good question. It's a very good question. It says many of Portland's least fortunate live in tents pitched on sidewalks or in aging campers parked in small convoys behind grocery stores. It's becoming an epidemic, not just in Portland, but all over the country. This high housing costs and financial adversity are the primary root causes behind the burgeoning population on the streets, meaning the growth of the situation in the streets. It says only about 1 in 3 people who are homeless in Portland report having a mental illness or a substance use disorder or both. People try to ignore this like it's going to go away and you're going to go back to eating pie and singing and drinking beer. This is not going to go away, man. This thing is really inflating and getting out of control, man. It's just not going away. As much as people want to ignore it, they think that's the solution. That you can't ignore this, Well, I'm not speaking in terms like you're going to solve the problem, but the government is collapsing right before your eyes, and a lot of people don't want to, wake up to that reality that this government is definitely falling apart, and it's going to crash. It's going to crash. You know a country by the state of its children. you definitely see that, Children are out of control, and a lot of them have mental issues themselves. But the combination of homelessness with substance use or untreated mental illness has led to a lot of very public tragedies. See that? Has led to a lot of public tragedies. This is people with schizophrenia, for example, have died from hypothermia on the city streets. Residents have given birth out in the open to premature infants who did not survive. This is the meth issue. It says methamphetamine, cheaper or harmful than it used to be. It's a big problem. That's a problem among white people. The meth issue. Very serious problem among white people. This is why they're crying about it so much, because it's me. I'm not saying blacks and Hispanics are not on meth, but it's really attacking the white community. But the main issues are, I want to focus on, is it says, but the combination of homelessness with substance use or untreated mental illness has led to a lot of very public tragedies. I want to show you a story I saw, man. I want to show you this now. Check this out. This is a woman. It says, woman accused of stabbing 3-year-old to death forced the courts to face. Wow. Forced to court to face charges. Look at her, man. Can you believe that? Just look at her. It's crazy. Check it out. I guarantee you she don't know how serious this is. I guarantee you she doesn't know how serious this is. She just thinks like she got caught for stealing a loaf of bread, maybe caught in a stolen car. I guarantee you she doesn't know how serious this is. I mean, this is happening all over the country and frequently. She's not the first. Horrible stories of killing children, man. I just did a video on another woman who killed their child. They got spirits on them, and if you're carnal, you want to see it from a scientific perspective, they're sick or have schizophrenia. I believe that this is a form of demons on them. That's what I believe.
Hello, Ms. Ellis. Do you have an attorney? You do? Do you have the money or means to hire an attorney?
Well, I don't understand why the hell she's whispering. Why is everybody whispering?
Have you received your indictment? Okay. Have you read it? You have not read it. Okay. We have a copy here. You can read it. You don't want to read it. Are you?
She probably just wants to just go to jail, man. She probably just wants to go to jail.
Willing to accept that the public defender has read it to you? I'm sorry. You asked her not to. Well, but she did read it to you, correct? She didn't read it to you. Okay, well, we can read it in open court.
She totally threw her legal aid under the bus. Damn well it was read to her. Look at this. Look, you see this? Look at her face, man. This is what we're dealing with, man. Man, the Lord has to destroy this place, man. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and I know she's out of her mind, and you can only judge her but so much because the spirits have overtaken her. But this is not going to be a thing where we're going to preach and people are going to wake up. There's going to be some serious tragedies and death and spiritual power and just race wars and killing and miracles. A lot has to go down for our people to wake up. And, this is an example of the horrors of this place, meaning America, that is, or the world. This is just a prime example, a righteous awakening of what we are dealing with in this current system. This is crazy.
Okay. It's a 10-count indictment. Count 1 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of JW 10/29/2020. The state of Ohio reserves the right.
When you see people like this on the subway, the bus, the streets with children, and they look half out of their mind or just totally out of their mind. How many of you have seen this? I'm telling you, this is becoming very, very, very common, man. Very common.
To seek a superseding indictment containing the appropriate 2929.04A aggravating circumstances specifications. And so you understand that means the state is reserving its right to add a death penalty specification.
I don't know if she's pregnant or that's her breast down there. She looks pregnant again. She looks pregnant. I can't tell. I can't even tell if this is a woman. It's getting this that bad. I was on my way inside the house a little while ago, and I saw this young lady walking her dog, and I'm looking at her, and she just starts puffing away on a Black and Mild. I mean, the women have become so masculine and manly, man. I'm not saying all the sisters, but they have become so masculine and manly. I can't tell if this is a woman or a man. I have to fight to see if this is an actual woman or a man. And if it's a woman, well, it is a woman, but she looks pregnant again. Oh, she has fibroids the size of watermelons in her. I don't know, man.
Specification. Count 2 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, that the defendant did purposely cause the death of JW 10/29/2020. Count 3 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did cause the death of JW, date of birth.
Lawyers probably saying, I can't wait to get the F out of here. I know the lawyers just like thinking that, man. She's just, moving along like not the defendant, not the legal aid, but the woman who killed the baby. She's just, like it's nonchalant, like just, oh well, Let me just do my time.
10/29/2020 as a proximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence that is a felony.
I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but it's just crazy. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Look at her hair, she's smiling. Look at this.
Count 10 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did with purpose to deprive the owner, volunteers of America.
This is so sad and just wicked at the same time, man. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolute craziness, man. Right? But the Lord warns us. I keep telling you, brothers and sisters, Matthew 24 is definitely fulfilling its time, man. You know, it's definitely fulfilling its time. The Lord said in Matthew 24, verse 10, I'm not going to be long. I just want to talk about that. But, oh, man, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. It says, and then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Again, it says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. It's a dog eat dog world. That's what we live in now. The verse says that many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. We got that going on too. People don't know where to turn. They don't know where to turn to for the truth. And the Lord said, many shall be deceived. That's their role. That's their lot they're playing, though. Count your blessings that you're not stupid. You're not blind. You're not dumb. You're not a Proverbs 14 verse 15 person that simply believeth every word. Thank the Most High you're not in that category. The 12th verse says, and because iniquity, meaning sin, shall abound, meaning grow, the love of many shall wax cold. See? The love of many shall wax cold. And in the 13th verse, the message to us is, but he that shall endure unto the end, even though iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, false prophets shall be on the rise and deceive many, men shall be offended and turn away from the Most High, men shall betray one another, men shall hate one another. The 13th verse, that's the cleanup verse for us. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. See? And even though all this stuff is going on, the word must go out. And it will go out. The Most High don't need us. The Most High can do what he wants, and he can make the word go out by other people other than us, meaning other brothers and sisters who really are sincere and love the Most High and love righteousness and love this truth. He can put the Spirit on them to make the word go out. But a lot of us love the Most High. A lot of us are righteous. A lot of us are focused on Scripture, and we know that there's no hope, no salvation in this system. The system cannot save you. It will not heal itself. It's just going downhill from here. Downhill and on fire from this point on. There's no saving this kingdom. The 14th verse says, and this gospel, meaning this good news, this truth of the Most High, that we're the chosen people of the Most High. That's good news to me. That's good news to find out you're not Africans, you're not Negroes, you're not West Indians, but you're the chosen people of the Most High. That's great news. That's a gospel, man. That the Lord died for us and us only. That the kingdom that's going to be set up, that's going to be set up for us. That's great news. You know, so the 14th verse says, in this kingdom, in the gospel, or the word of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. See that? So all nations are going to witness this gospel. All nations are going to witness this truth. But the chosen nation, they're the main ones that the Lord loves and that he's dealing with, and he's going to deliver from all nations. They're going to witness this, just like all nations are going to witness the Lord coming back. Doesn't mean that all nations are going to be a part of our salvation. No, they're going to witness the miracles the Most High is going to do for us. Just like when we came out of Egypt, most nations, I believe, knew that story. They knew what the Lord did. They knew. So, buckle your seatbelts because, this is, we need saving, man, because a lot of the people who are schizo, a lot of people who are bipolar, a lot of the people who are suffering and going through it out there, there are people. There are people. And look, we just read this a little while ago. It says, but the combination of homelessness, so you have homelessness, which is a problem, with substance use, which is drugs, or untreated mental illness has led to a lot of very public tragedies. And when you check this out, this woman and this dumb look on her face is a tragedy, man. A child died before it could even taste or experience life. Now, why the Most High let that go down? We won't know. We have to wait till it's revealed to us. But this is just absolutely craziness. But listen, man, there's more to come. This is not the end. So you have to be strong in the Most High. Embrace yourselves for a lot more to come. You'll see. You'll see. It's not getting better out there. Put on the news. It is not getting better. It's getting worse and worse and worse.